You don't like me. I'm not. I still got a pretzel and a half. They were complaining I was yawning. Now they're gonna be complaining I'm eating.
We're back.
Greetings.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
We weren't doing anything terribly weird while we took a break, but we came across an important revelation.
What?
Obviously.
Oh shoot, the camera's on.
Define
no.
important.
Right.
Now you did it.
Now you did it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
What'd you do?
Which one of these buttons is?
Where's the camera? Just put something over it.
Yeah.
Just put your hat on top of it.
Hold on.
Or on the shelf.
What are you doing?
You say
can
turn
I
off
see?
the overlay.
Yeah, there should be one called Just Game.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. There we go.
There you go.
Sorry.
It is a nice table. I think Jay built it.
Jay
and
did
Jay's
build
like
this table.
good at that kind of shit. He's
Yeah.
like carpentry person.
You see some of the shit I built down there? See any of it? God,
The stuff
damn it.
you've got is sets, though. I mean, this is like quality furniture. Made out of real ingredients. You make this shit out of
Karen,
plywood.
I think
because it
what
works.
Rich is saying is he's feeling a little underappreciated. and-
Your round table is a thing of beauty, and the way you made it was genius.
There we go. See? There you go.
Yes, I use square wood to make a round table. That shit's impressive. A curved table.
I asked him how he made it round, and he said, well, I just tied a string to this pole. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Some, you know, sometimes all we're doing is looking for a little positivity here, Karen.
Jay did not make the wheel in Plinketto.
No, that was me.
That was
That
Rich.
was Richard Edlund
And
Evans.
those letters were
his
lovingly
middle name, right?
hand-carved from
That's
some
his
kind of
middle
weird foam shit.
You're supposed to say yes. That's his middle name. The game is funny in the window, Rich.
They said, Karen, we all thought Mike was the worst to Rich, and now we know better.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Story of my
Mike said some stuff that I would never say. Probably because I would never think of it.
Oh, only that reason.
I did not break the wheel of the worst. Mike broke the wheel of the worst.
Kenny doesn't even know what the wheel of the worst is.
I've seen the wheel.
You've seen? Oh, you have
Okay.
seen the wheel.
Uh-huh.
So on one of our shows, we spin the wheel to help us pick the movie, and 3 years ago, I pushed it over, and I did not break it. But recently, Mike pushed it over, and he broke it, and everyone blames me.
You should, like, put the cassettes inside of their slots, and then when you spin it, they go shooting across the room.
Didn't that happen once? Something happened weird where we didn't know there wasn't something in there. Something came flying off. It was
Oh,
funny.
yeah? I don't remember.
I think it was just one of those hard clamshell cases, though. It was
Oh,
just-
okay.
Phew.
Did you fix the game?
Yeah.
Did you?
Well, take a look. We got a little screen right there.
Looks great. Looks great. Looks great.
Looks screamy.
What difficulty are we going with?
That is easy. We're just starting.
Easy.
You know, we're
We're not
being
fully focused.
Yeah.
Really?
We're gonna chat.
Really?
We're gonna chat about other stuff. I'm probably gonna go off of on another Apple thing.
They said that you weakened it. You created stress fractures that led to its later downfall.
3 years? No.
Drunken Mike can't melt steel beams.
But he can weaken them.
You're gonna need a microphone in your face because you talk quiet and everyone else is loud.
I know, just you, really.
Well, Rich is extra
It's
loud.
falling over now.
It's fine.
Rich has a voice like magic.
I do.
I don't know how he was growing up, but whenever we record Rich's voice, we cannot control his audio levels.
I will tell you what the problem is. He spent his childhood in the back seat with his mother and his grandmother talking, trying to be heard. Mom, 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 and being ignored.
But it's not just loudness.
We're going with Simon Pegg.
We have
The piercing.
we have
quality.
specialized audio equipment that is supposed to keep a microphone from going over a certain level,
Really?
and Rich will make it go over that level.
Oh wow.
He has broken equipment.
So is this like compression or something, or?
It's magic. It's science we don't understand yet in Rich's vocal cords.
He's like a cable where the commercials sound really loud. He's like the commercial.
Exactly. And then we try to adjust, and then you finally adjust to it, and everyone else is quiet. It's madness.
This is madness.
It's getting loud.
Special rich equipment. Yep, and it doesn't work. And it doesn't.
Well then, it looks like I just saved your bacon. I reckon we stand a better chance out there if we stick together. My name is Clemens. I used to be a priest. Not much use for those these days. Or nowadays. What's your name, partner?
Here's the question: should we actually read this stuff, or should we chit chat and I'll just kind of casually play? What's the plan? Chit chat?
Usually we chit
Yeah.
chat.
Is he like the... No.
Read if it's particularly interesting, but
Yeah, if it's
I'm
funny.
wondering who he's based on.
Karen, is there somebody in the chat that you want our main character to be named after?
Well, there's
Not who's asking for it, but somebody you want to be named after it.
Colonel Rich Mustard.
That
How do you spell Colonel?
L.
Colonel.
Colonel.
English language sucks.
Yeah, that's like French or something, isn't it? Or something?
What?
Colonel?
Colonel?
that
I
French?
don't have room for mustard. Somebody either do Colonel Rich.
RM.
Colonel Mustard.
How about Rich
Colonel-
Mustard?
Rich.
Ooh, rich mustard. I like it. That's a double meaning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's rich. It's rich and pungent.
Okay.
Creamy.
Here we go. We have 4 other people.
Would you have had enough characters to do the abbreviation CLN for Colonel?
Oh.
You know what? It's too late now, and we're just gonna forget about it and
Okay.
move on. Let me see that.
The next name should be Spicy Meatball.
Katie, pick out a name in the chat that you like. Just a name that you like.
Oh, looks like Jack's gonna be getting a new
No,
computer
that
a
was-
little bit
We
sooner than I
died.
thought.
We all died. Everyone's dead.
That was
Everyone's dead.
I'm sorry.
No, that was some terrible Rich Evans handing over skills.
everyone died.
I'll take the blame.
And you're talking to ghosts now.
Shy Guy?
Okay. Shy Guy?
Yeah.
Oh, is he named
Isn't
after
that-
one of those
I was
things?
gonna say,
in-
wasn't that one of those,
That's a Mario 2.
Yeah.
Alright.
little masks on it, kind of like a very adorable version of Jason Voorhees. They had like
Yeah.
little hockey masks or
Give
something.
me one other one. Give me one other one.
I love those guys, the Shy Guys. They're one of my favorite Mario characters.
I like Mouser for some reason. The mouse with the
With
big
the
sunglasses.
Alright, that's fair. That's fair. And then you got Birdo. And it's just like, what's her deal? Like, just so weird.
Yeah,
I don't like her as a character,
Yeah.
but it's weird enough. where
like
it's
they come out of her mouth. Did they come out of her cloaca
the
too,
eggs,
or
right? Like, how do
did they go in the cloaca and out?
Wait. I wasn't paying
Did she
attention.
suck them up her
What the hell?
cloaca and shoot them
Yeah.
out her mouth?
Yeah.
Birdo.
Birdo.
Oh.
I don't know, you pick one.
Yo, wait.
Oh, Birdo was
Karen?
male?
Birdo's
Oh,
a
dear.
guy that dresses like a girl.
Birdo chooses.
Birdo was transgendered.
So Birdo is
Right,
transgendered, and he doesn't have... No, well,
How about Elvis? Elvis.
don't
does.
male birds have cloacas too? I know some of them don't have
Birdo
penises.
is a male who chooses to present herself as a female. That's why I used the proper.
Is that her spelled
yeah,
like
I-
Hyr or something? Zyelph or something? Herself? No?
I don't get it.
Like you know, there's he and she, and then there's like Zim or Zer. Or, I don't know. There are a bunch of. I don't know what they are, but there are a bunch of alternate pronouns for people who identify not as male or female.
Really?
Yes.
This sounds amazing.
When I was working briefly for Amazon, they asked, you know, there was a list too, but they asked what my pronoun preference was.
Guess
Oh,
we'll get a
okay.
station
In my
wagon.
case, being, you know, kind of boring cisgender, I mean, it was just like, you know, I identify as female.
Yeah.
I prefer to be called she and her. But for other people, there can be all kinds
How
of different
terribly
combinations.
progressive, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon's way up there on the progressiveness. Well, great. I've never heard of. I mean, I know Invader Zim, the TV show and comic book, but that's all I know about the Zim.
I could have the wrong. It's something with a Z. Was that what they're saying? Zim? I'm not.
Oh,
Guess so.
Zim with X though.
Okay.
Oh, what?
And I'm not sure what that exactly means in the whole spectrum, but, you know, if somebody asked me to call them something, I'll try to remember.
That's Zim stuff. That's just goofy.
Certainly,
That's just goofy.
certainly
man.
when one of my coworkers at at a different job transitioned, I made sure to call him a him because he was now a
But
he.
that's just the polite thing to
Yeah.
do. Is someone.
Polite, sure, it's polite. But would you have? Be honest.
Yeah.
Would you have a hard time taking somebody who wanted to be called Zim seriously?
Like if they said like instead of saying like he'll be over, you
Like they actually get offended
Like
when
Zeal
you
or
accidentally
something.
call
I'm
them
not sure what
him
all
or her.
forms
And
these things are.
I would like to be called Zim and referred to as
so
Zim.
it's like that, like oh we're gonna go over to Zim. Like
Ziz house.
how good of friends am I with this person? That's the real question. Cause
No,
like,
you're not. You're just meeting this person.
I'm just meeting this
You're just
person.
meeting this person.
And I say, oh, who's this guy? And they're like, hey,
Hey, it's Zim, and they get really upset about it. Do you have a hard time taking this person seriously?
well, not the first time. The first time they're like Zim, okay, there's Zim. But if they like, if they're not comfortable with my learning curve, then they're just kind of a dickhead.
I think I would be. I have a tendency to be kind of like afraid of offending people, so I think I would just go out of my way to avoid it. I would be like, "Are we going to go to that individual's house?
Rich, what's
The house of
rule?
that individual?"
What is rule number 1? Is how does this affect me? Okay, and so like if they get all pissy because I called them the wrong thing, yeah, then they're just a dickhead.
Okay,
But if they
okay.
say, "Oh, excuse me, before we go any further, would you mind calling me Zim, or would you mind referring to my gender as Zimish, or how? I don't know the proper pronouns."
All right,
Simlish?
different context.
Okay,
They're polite about it like that.
yeah,
This is for a job interview. You're interviewing them.
yeah, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to you?
No, it's like if they're a good employee.
You don't think, well, this is just weird?
Well,
doesn't
sure. Oh
matter what
no.
you
By the
think.
way, I do think it's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like to me, that stuff doesn't matter. Like in an employment sense, it's like, is this person gonna flip hamburgers any worse than any other person? Because that's my job that I just made up. I run a hamburger shop, and I'm gonna specialize in flattened hamburgers. They're very thin. And you know what I'm gonna make? I'm gonna make crunchy cheese things. Have you seen this thing for making your own hamburgers? Is you like take melted mozzarella cheese, and instead of putting it on the hamburger, you put it in the oven first, and it turns into a cheese crisp that you put on your hamburgers. That's what I'm gonna do with my hamburgers. And
I
so
like my cheese like gooey and stringy and runny.
cheese crisp is apparently the way to go with hamburgers. But in any case, I'm hiring a new fry cook, and if they say please refer to my gender as Zim, I say, can you still flip the burgers?
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm a great burger flipper.
Okay.
I'm like Zim's the Zim then.
If they're going to be on the counter, I would probably ask, well, how would you react if a customer failed to?
Excuse me, sir. Right? Like,
Yeah. Would you be able?
Oh yeah. That's
to
like there's a
handle
lot
a
of
situation
situations,
like that?
right?
Which hopefully they would. I mean, most people are.
Okay, are you
trying to get
horribly
by in
uncomfortable
life.
with this whole line of conversation? Horribly.
Shockingly quiet.
Shockingly quiet.
Even the chat is
Shockingly.
saying that this is way off topic here.
This is where the train of thought went. It's fine. We had this
Our train of thought just freaking derailed.
Can we talk about how you people made me walk downstairs to get you something to drink 3 different times?
We only made you go down twice. You went down the first time yourself.
Okay.
true.
Okay, well, you could have both said we would want to.
I didn't know drinks were an option.
Well, when you were getting hurt,
Karen
you
did.
could have asked if I wanted one. Could have happened.
You came back with a Coke, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was an option. I'd like one.
Yeah. And
Karen
so
could have then said, yeah, get me one too.
that-
but
right.
didn't.
But then
So it's
after
your own
Rich
fault.
went back down.
Oh, it's my fault.
No, it's Karen.
I didn't say that.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yeah, it's your
then.
fault.
Oh, okay.
You knew Rich was
It's
going down
no
to get
one's
a soda.
fault.
You should have said, "Hey, would you mind getting me a soda, dude?" Or you also like went downstairs earlier and could have gotten yourself a soda. You know this place well enough.
I could have. But I feel less comfortable than Rich does just helping myself to run
Oh,
this
sure.
shit here.
It was also way funnier you asking Rich to go down a third time. So,
Yeah, there's that.
so I approve. So back to the real conversation.
Yeah.
Cheese crisps. What this does. What this apparently does for the hamburger is it adds that crunch element, you know, the different textural element, and because it's like baked cheese, it's almost like a super cheesy potato chip on top of your hamburger.
I'm intrigued by this. I would like to try
I'm
this.
intrigued, but I'm thinking, well, what if you just take regular cheese and just put some of those French's onion things and throw those out there?
All right.
Well, you can get
You
crunch
got-
that way too, but I like crispy cheese.
Yeah.
In general, like we were talked
Yeah, you
earlier
like your
about,
pizzas.
like my pizza
Well
burned,
done.
and part of that is because I want the cheese. I don't want any white on top of my pizza. I want it to be all No, like it's mahogany, like the color of that table or darker.
See, you would not
On
have liked
top.
the garlic cheese bread we
So-
had. where they
Oh,
basically-
yeah.
They basically toasted the garlic bread and then they put cheese on top of it, and the cheese melted, but the cheese was like,
It was on top of
as
garlic
white
bread that was
as,
really nicely toasted.
you know,
Sure. Oh,
Yeah,
so
no, but I want the cheese itself
so.
to be dark brown,
You know what? I'm totally with
crunchy.
you.
So I'm intrigued by this whole baked, cheese, crispy cheese idea on a burger. I think that would be amazing.
It smells to be great.
I have never had a pizza with brown cheese like you described, where the crust wasn't like a freaking cracker.
I like cracker.
yeah.
Oh no!
Thin crust.
Sometimes cracker crusts work
It's
amazing.
not the consistency that gets me. I don't like that bitter charcoal taste. Like when I make my toast, it's
Yeah.
like just kind of like my mom would joke, "Why don't you just leave it out overnight? You'll get the same effect."
Oh no.
It depends on the place. There's a lot of great places around here that have that super thin, like crumble in your hand crust.
There was a place.
Great.
Remember
That's great.
Monocle's?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
They were.
Tenutas, if you ever go to Tenutas,
I've never heard of them.
they have really amazing thin crust, very, very flaky, very crackery thin crust, and they do the same thing where they make sure that cheese, like they must put it under like a broiler or something, make sure that cheese is brown and like melty on the bottom, but
You're talking about the kind of crust where you run a pizza cutter over it, it shatters.
and it shatters,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I like it both ways. I like it. I mean, I just like food in general. I like every kind of food.
Is that Jack's wife? That is not Jack's wife.
No. Person who just talked is Karen, my lady love,
Hi.
and the other lady that is talking is my sister.
Hi, that would be me.
And I'm here too.
Who?
They are coming for you.
Damn it! I didn't have
Barbara.
time to get that ammo. I wanted that ammo.
You got food and scrap.
Ammo. I need ammo's important.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you know what the different things are?
That just looked like a box of shotgun shells to me. That was in that corner. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know for sure.
They say so. Jack is Rich's sister wife. No, I don't think that's how it works.
I like what Brina's God is saying. He goes, Brina's God says the other lady is Jack. That's true. I am a princess, and you will treat me as such. That's my wife's nickname, princess, because I get very fussy, and I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable.
You have a nebbish side.
I get very particular.
There was someone at my high school named Princess.
I was
Like her
I was just
legitimate
asked to
name.
tell Rich that
Princess?
the game audio was too loud.
That's crazy.
Game audio is too loud.
And turning it down probably wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, it's not exactly, great atmosphere.
It's
to
You
a
use
don't
lot
want
of
that
something.
ping 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 when you shoot?
That classic
It is.
Atari. Bleep, bloop.
Back when the sound was coming through, like, the sound card and not the speakers. And it could make just a few... Yeah, that was about the extent.
Alright, I think we're good here.
Jack's pronoun is the Queen of England, Your Highness, which for some reason it's got an E in high. Like heightness?
Highness.
Do you speak in the second person as well?
In the second person?
We, the royal we.
We speak in the
royal
second
we?
person.
Oh, no. Sometimes
I think you should adopt that.
the royal we.
If you're going to be a queen, you
Yeah.
or princess,
Princess,
Sure,
or any of the, or a duchess, or
Oftentimes, I am forced to speak in the third person. I manage our previously recorded Twitter account, and someone will ask, is Jack or Rich doing this? And I will have to say, well, Jack does this to clear up any ambiguity. So I often find myself talking in the third person, but never in the second person. We would love to go for coffee.
the second person would be like if every time I did. Second person would be terribly confusing because if I meant to say that I ate lunch, I would say you ate lunch.
No, it'd be
Because that would be the second person. The second person plural? They ate lunch?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I thought it was the second person, but
First,
it's
second-
the royal we.
First,
they talk
second,
about where
third.
it's-
I, you.
Maybe it's just plural, but you know.
I, you, he. First, second,
Yeah.
third person.
Yeah,
I could be a
that
duchess.
sounds right.
You, plural,
I
and
think I could be
they.
a duchess.
Plural.
I must have my terminology mixed up. Sorry.
That's all right. Chat, yeah, my wife has made one stream. We did a board game stream years ago.
Or yins if you're from Pittsburgh.
We love board games, and we had the camera angles all funny, and she was at a board game stream, but this was years ago. So she has not been to a stream since. That's how good a time she had.
I think I have the Barbie board game in my trunk
That sounds like fun.
from like the 60s.
Now we're talking.
Oh, not like the
Wait, why do you have a Barbie board game from the 60s?
In your trunk.
former life?
2 questions. We got a 2-part question.
Like, the proper place for this.
No, it's a
It's
3-part
clearly
question.
eBay.
It's a 3-part question. Why do you have a Barbie board game?
Yeah.
Why do you have a Barbie board game from the 60s in your trunk?
Yes, why? Why? Tell us why.
Shove that mic in your face and tell us.
Hold on, I can't stop laughing. Okay, so I have this game. It was a hand-me-down. As for the why I have it, from the 60s. And it is in my trunk because...
Wait, what's a hand-me-down from who? From who?
From my mom.
And you have it in your trunk?
And your mother said to herself when she got a little older,
She's
I'm getting
listening to this,
I'm
right?
getting a little bit too old for
might
this
wanna-
Barbie
you might
board
wanna-
game, but I'm going to save it for posterity.
Okay, so
You might want to say you're just kidding, that you treasure that board game greatly, and it is currently on a shelf in
We
your
love
home.
you.
No,
We love
she
you,
knows it's
Katie's
there
mom.
because my aunt and I were talking about how nobody will ever play this game with me, and she said, "Oh, well, I'll play it with you sometime." So I keep it in my trunk so that the next time I happen to be at my aunt's house, I'll have it with me.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. All right. You have thoroughly answered our questions. I was very concerned.
We will be asking you later for a follow-up whether or not this game has happened yet.
Absolutely.
I would play it with you.
Yeah.
I really would. I mean, I'm curious what a Barbie board game from the 60s
Right?
is
You're,
like.
you're getting ready for the prom.
Do you like, is it like,
So what's,
Tell us about the game.
so wait,
the game
we're
of
playing
life
this
that
game.
all
Go
the
get
cars
it?
were pink?
We are playing this game, right? Is
Should I just go out and get it? I mean,
Yeah, go out and get it. Bring it back, and we'll
wanna
go
see-
through the game.
I wanna see
Absolutely.
this.
Get the camera ready, just
Yes.
focus on the game.
We'll
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it on the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh my god.
This is
Barbie
definitely
board
happening.
game from the 60s.
Barbie board game. Is it anything like Mall Madness? Did you guys ever play Mall Madness?
Is that the one
No.
with the credit cards?
That's the one with the credit cards.
I
and you
had
have to
that
go
one. I
shopping?
never played the game. I just used to play with the little plastic credit cards.
Yeah. You go shopping and you got to find the best deals at the mall.
And you like run them on the little.
You're able to get back
It's got
in.
like
Oh,
a
the
little.
door should
It's
still
got
be
like a
open.
little plastic pseudo knuckle buster
Yeah, it's great.
for the little credit card.
Barbie board game stream incoming. I mean, we're gonna try to make it happen. It might be difficult.
We at least want to look at it. I say it's like life, except all the cars are pink and purple.
Why does Jack
Because
know
Barbie
about
is always all about the cars.
Because I had Mall Madness, man.
Or is it like Monopoly, where it's a shoe, but it's like a Barbie shoe?
Right?
and
What's the game? We got to figure it
Yeah.
out.
The dog is like Barbie's little white dog. I think she had
move
like
over
a
to the
she had
table
like
here.
a Pekingese or something. A plastic Pekingese. There's an NES Barbie game. Is that as awful as it sounds?
Probably.
We'll have to look into it at some point.
Oh, that's right. We're playing on easy. No wonder this is not especially challenging. Yeah, we're ending this to play the Barbie game. That is
absolutely. Listen,
900% what is going to happen here.
that is absolutely what is happening, and we're just setting up to make sure.
I'm sure Mo Mail just wasn't bad, except, my parents never really wanted to play board games too much. And I didn't have any siblings. And I wasn't terribly popular, so I never really had, 3 or 4 people around to play Mall Madness, so it just kind of sat there. But when I first got it, I remember playing with the credit card machine, and that was kind of awesome.
Barbie.
Barbie.
Alright,
That's some
I'm gonna
classic
pause
box
here.
art.
I'm
It's
gonna-
got like
I'm gonna pause while
regular
we get this set up.
old classic.